cook dinner with me. I'm gonna cook shepherd's pie because the shepherd, he shepherded the sheep, right? But he couldn't afford just to eat sheep, so he put some potato in it. Anyway, we're gonna cook shepherd's pie. It's so yummy. You should totally do it. And be careful with fire. Fire is, can you see that? You see that's dangerous. Don't muck around with it, okay? And so is this water from the kettle, also dangerous. Pour that over some potatoes. So you just put salt and chop up potatoes, put it in a pot of water with salt. And then pop the lid on. Bob's your uncle, right? Where's Bob? Why is Bob not here? I want my uncle. Right. Put a lid on it. Boil in potatoes, boil them well, and then prepare the next part of it. You're gonna get your baby, and I don't mean your actual baby, I mean a pot big enough to like put meat in and gravy and all the veggies, because you're gonna make like a real meaty gravy sort of like beef component. So fire that baby up, and then you probably want to get olive oil, right? And this is controversial because you're not supposed to really heat it, I guess. I think you're not supposed to heat extra virgin, but just gonna do it anyway. These are all my lovely ingredients. We've got chicken stock, gravy mix, carrots, onions, mushrooms, pepper, mixed herbs, coriander seed, black pepper. Controversial one here. So the first thing you want to do is put olive oil in the pan, get it hot. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to just dump in like as much veg as you possibly think that your family could handle. Usually just onion, mushrooms and carrot is nice in a shepherd's pie. And then you can go in with your corn at the end and put like a can of corn. I'll show you. But we're going to start with sauteing our onion first. But we've got to wait for that to get hot. So if you don't mind coming with me, you get your potatoes in one, get your oil hot there, get your veggies nice and prepped. Got to ask your slave to do this for you, right? You should get a slave. Honestly, I don't know what you're doing without a minion. Go get some minions. So this would be the time you should dump in like onion. You want to like get that sizzle and really sizzle up everything you possibly can. Maybe there'll be some mushroom in there, but that's okay, because we like to brown our mushrooms as well with our meat. So you probably just end up dumping it all in just to brown that off, and like just a little bit of color. You can always add more of this crap to it. That also looks like a lot of olive oil, but you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at the moment. I feel like an extra kick of that. So this is the most controversial thing I'm going to shove in here. Boom, I put meat in there, babies. You can cry about it, but I'm pretty sure that it tastes fantastic and that the people want meat in their food so that they can live. The best way to like brown your meat is to just kind of like smush it up and make sure you say that you love your family as you do it. I love my family. I love them. Bless them with this food. I'm not even joking. You should be talking to your food. What are you doing if you're not talking to your food, guys? Like, seriously, come on. The first thing you probably want to do is add some hot water to this, right? So you add a bit of hot water from your kettle, and then you want to grab this stuff, any sort of like gravy mix, and then you just, yeah, a lot of it. That would probably be like 3 heaped tablespoons. But as you can see, that with the hot water, yeah, you're gonna get like a really good gravy out of that. I'm sure that you can somewhat see that it's still a bit chunky, but I like it chunky, and it's gonna be very rich in the gravy. What else are we going to put in? Maybe a little bit more gravy. Everyone loves a lot of gravy, right? I feel like that's like, probably can't see from all the steam, hey? Bit like, yeah. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. Anyway, you're just gonna let that sort of stew a little bit to sauce up a little bit more. And then what we're gonna do is mash our potatoes. And with our potatoes, I'll show you what I do. In order to make the mashed potato, you get your hot potatoes. And the first thing you're gonna do is get pepper and salt, which is pink Himalayan salt. Crack that over it. Then the next thing you want to do is get the best butter you've got access to, just full normal butter, and just get your butter knife and just rip up and dump in about like 150, maybe 200 even, just as much butter, like about 250 in there. Then the next thing you're gonna do is get your cream, any old thickened full fat cream, a couple of splashes of that. Then you get a couple of splashes of milk. And then, this is gonna sound strange, but we're gonna crack an egg into there at the end. So we're gonna get our pot, get your masher. I'm sure everyone knows what to do here. You get your masher and you move shit around into the potato and you just mash it. Honestly, it's gonna be so creamy with all of that. You don't need any more fluid. What you really just need is to get your the right amount. I don't even think we need the egg. You've got plenty of moisture in there from the cream and the milk and the butter. So I think we're done almost. We're just gonna get it into a even consistency, and that takes this sort of movement. It's like a smush and yes, just a smushing movement will give you that result, because we're keeping the skin on it. So when you keep the skin on it, what happens is it's harder to get that smooth mash, because when you have the skin on it, it's a little... Oh, really good. Don't come in here though, because we didn't want you on the internet. Very good. Very, very good. So good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the mash and we're going to get our tray of like meat, right? And then all you have to do is just like dump it on top, and then you smooth it over. And it just seems like there's not enough mash, but there will be, because what you want to do is just smush it with like your spatula. See, spatulas aren't just for cakes. Check this out. See that? A spatula is also for making what? Meaty deliciousness, like shepherd's pies. So we've got our shepherd's pie. Sorry about the footage, but you know, we're doing our best. But yeah, so you just got your shepherd's pie, you put this on, then we're gonna put mozzarella, I believe would be nicest. Use whatever cheese you like. You can put Parmesan if you like, but I like mozzarella and cheddar at the same time. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put mozzarella, cheddar, and then, yeah, Bob's your uncle. And if you wanna like give it texture, you could just go like that, like with your spatula to like fluff it up a little bit. Make that potato crispy and like pretty. Anyway, we'll just show you it in when it comes out of the oven with the cheese. Now look at my baby. It looks so good. Anyway, I'm gonna shove it in the oven now. Susie Homemaker, is that you? This is what it should look like, you know, when it's done. So just enjoy it and give it to your family when it's hot. It does not have to be perfect, but it is good that they have hot food. And if you're wondering why my lips are blue, yeah, blueberry life. Bye.